Hi and welcome back to Warframe. Today we're going to have a look at the Stug. This is a weird firing weapon. You can either charge it and shoot a big gloop of goo, or you can just spam fire it and do pretty much the same thing. It came with 156 corrosive damage. That's not really that much. We dropped in 1 V polarity because Hornet Strike is a 14, so we instantly halved that down to 7, which just gives you a lot more points. And then obviously what we ended up with was we maintained corrosive damage but managed to get it to go up higher. We added magnetic damage and toxin damage on top of that. So we increased it, added an element, and then added another element on top of that just for the hell of it. That's mainly because what we actually did is we've added 3 elements. I did want to add fire, and it's bugging us that I didn't, but we only did this once, so that's a nice setup for taking care of Corpus pretty nicely. As you can see, we've obviously got Deep Freeze because it had a deep polarity on there, which is freeze damage. We threw on Ice Storm. That should be an 8, but I don't have an 8 to fit, so it ended up as a 7. Hence we've got 1 extra point left. If you're going to polarize this again, I would go for a dash more rather than a V, because obviously Hornet Strike, that's a 14, that's been halved. Barrel Diffusion and Lethal Torrent, they're both multi-shot mods, but Lethal Torrent adds fire rate as well. They're both 11s. The elements can also be 11s, but because this is more an elemental weapon, the dash is going to be more useful. And the only reason we used Pistol Pestilence in this is because Captain 4 can now drop the poison damage mods for the weapons with a status chance on them. Cicero mods, I think they were called. I can't remember. And everything just fell over in my room. Probably the best thing about this is we literally just swap that over there, and what we end up with is viral damage rather than magnetic and electrical. I didn't want to do that. So this thing with its weird firing modes, you have to fully charge it and it just shoots a pool of goo which over time will explode. And they obviously can pose problems because if you miss, it sucks. You can lay traps with it as well though. Just kind of block a doorway with a big puddle of goop. As long as you don't hit a body, because it'll just randomly explode. There you go. Or you can keep shooting into it and it'll get bigger. Or you can just, as I say, spam fire. And I didn't know it only did 3 at a time. It used to do more than that. This is mainly why I keep, as I said before, I just spam fire this thing. Because charging it takes time. And like that, we've left a trail behind it of exploding goo. So if the person you're shooting at turns around or some more enemies come, they're going to have things all over the floor to deal with. And it is a really nice weapon. It doesn't really do that much damage back at you. It does do some. And oh, now where'd that go? And we're dead. See, you can kill yourself with this thing, though I'm sure the Oxymoss spray probably helped there. Take it, Goobin. Oh my god, I actually hit him. Nice. So it is a pretty decent weapon for a lot of situations. It's a pretty nice secondary, because it has the 2 different firing modes. And with the 3 different elements on there, it pretty much affects a lot of people in a lot of different situations. So you're not constantly setting up for different enemy types. Just gotta remember not to shoot it too close to yourself, or you can't kill yourself. So we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.